Hey, I'm sorry you're coming something in my mouth, huh? Welcome to TAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local field with global reach. You're watching Out of Bounds with me and myself, Denise. Henry and Vonda may come on in a minute. Vonda's in a meeting, so we're gonna get started here. How you doing, Denise?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm a little better than I was a minute ago. Just a little bit
Yeah.
better.
Well,
I was
good.
trying to get everything cleared up. I'm just gonna get rid of this background real quick. So today we're gonna talk about bad. What we talking? Bad attitudes.
Hmm.
So bad attitudes really, Denise, as we all know, it's a lot. It can be hell, it could be anything. So what I like for you to picture on is men's bad attitudes, so we can discuss men's and why men have bad attitudes. Then I'll focus more on why women have bad attitudes. So we'll figure it out
Okay.
sooner or later, and we'll get it going. And hopefully, Vonda or Henry or both will come on, so we can figure it out and see if it's working or not. So
Okay.
you just go ahead. You go ahead and start.
Okay. Well, I think that men can have bad attitudes for many reasons. Um, they can feel rejected. Something the female has said to them, or they may have a low self-esteem. Uh, for women, for being rejected, or being down, talked down to, or just many reasons. I think just a few that I just think of right off, like maybe they've been approaching women a lot in their lives, they've been turned down so many times and stuff. They can cause a bad attitude towards women. you know um Women, they may think, some women think they're too good to be with them or something. That could be bad
Well,
attitude, just just in general.
I agree with you on that one. I think that you know people don't understand that even though we are men, we have like our egos. You know what I'm saying? And our
Hmm.
egos won't let us do the things that we need to do, i.e., humble ourselves. Men are, we got to always be to have that macho thing going on. Where we are always somebody great, and I think that we have to
Right.
understand that that's not the real reason why uh, the attitude happened, but because we don't do this, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now,
Yeah,
but are you logged on to Facebook?
I am, but I can't see it. I can't see. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I'm logged on Facebook, but I can't see on my phone though. But I'm logged on. Yeah.
okay. I was just trying. I'm still trying, so we can get some comments back from people. But I was just trying to
Yeah,
figure
I
out.
can only see them.
I think that women. I
Let's
think
see.
my thing with you can help me out here with women because I really want to
Okay.
understand women. You know what? We did a show a while back, and I think this is a bad attitude for women. So I want to put that out there, and I'm hoping that. Oh, I must be on Facebook
Laura
because
said,
Laura came. So
yeah,
Laura
Laura
came
said,
on.
hi,
So I must.
guys.
How you doing, Laura?
Hi, Laura.
So let me check and see if we're on Facebook before I ask this question. Let me check and see.
Yeah, her Facebook popped up on my phone.
Yeah, I'm trying. It popped up on mine too. I'm trying to see if what the heck is going on here.
Well, if it
Okay.
popped up on your phone, you're on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what it
I'm
said.
good.
So I'm good too. I see Laura. So I'm going to my Facebook now to see if it's actually. Well, I say it says it's live. Here we go. So we good. We're good. That Vance must have did some good work back there. But anyway, my question, Denise, is when we talked about it maybe 2 or 3 shows ago. We was talking about what Laura say. I'm
I
listening to
listened to
James Brown.
James Brown, waiting for it to come up. Okay.
Okay, so my whole thing is this: women can women can tell us when we're cheating as a man. But my question to you is, and to Lord, whoever else is coming on, is why can't you tell that a man is something's going on with your man other than cheating? Like he's depressed or he's not feeling not physically feeling well, but mentally feeling well. And I don't understand why women can't. If they got that sixth sense when they can tell us we're cheating, why can't they tell us? Why can't they figure out when we ain't feeling that hot and tell us what's going on?
Well, I think that's maybe some women. Um, some women can tell what's wrong with their man. Uh, you got to know your man. You got to know his feelings. You got to know his actions. You
Mm-hmm.
got to know how he communicates. Is he acting different? Is he not communicating? Is he silent when he's usually, talking to you, asking you how your day, or if he's not doing the things that he's usually doing? Things like that are signs that it could be
Oh,
something wrong.
I was just wondering. Laura said they ain't paying attention, or they just don't really know that their man. Uh, but Laura, like I said
Right.
earlier, they'll sit there and say they got that spidey sense that he's cheating, but they don't know that he's not. You know, something else is going on with him, and it might not be cheating, might could be something else. And I was just wondering that. But that's what
Yeah, that's
we.
just what you just got to know your man. Just like
Yeah.
you got to know your child. Like a mother knows her child. You just got to know your man. You got to know his actions, his personality and stuff.
Not happy. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Laura said not happy. So the
Yeah, I
biggest thing,
see. Mhm.
and the biggest thing I was trying to get everybody to understand is that you know having a bad attitude is not the most important. The problem. I keep going. My computer keep doing something that's going crazy, but you still see me, I'm sure. Uh, when you have Laura says paying attention and what goes on, in and good communication skills, that is true. But when you have a bad attitude, I guess we should talk about what is a bad attitude. And I think a bad attitude is really simple. Is you're upset about something that's happening in your life, and that's why you have a bad attitude. And
Yeah,
it could be anything from your job, your relationship, uh, your kids. It could be anything. And I think people just need to come on with that. And that's what I think. So when you
yeah,
look at a bad attitude, it's
yeah. Bad
crazy.
attitude could be, yeah, it can be many things. Like I said, you could be mad at somebody else. Somebody else could, made you mad or pissed you off or something, and you could take it out on somebody else with a bad attitude, and that person
That,
don't even have anything to do with what happened to you. Uh,
that is
you
true
know,
too. That is true too. I was just, you know, I this was. I'm not making any excuses, Laura, or anybody else that's watching. I'm just saying that this was Vonda's topic, so I wanted her to lead the
yeah,
way. So we're just trying to basically just figure out how she wanted to run this thing. But we'll keep going until either she comes or we'll figure it out ourselves. Shit, if we got to figure it out, we got to figure it out. But I hate bad attitudes. I hate when kids have a bad attitude. Nowadays. I mean, I'm sure you got nieces and nephews. I got nieces and nephews, and grandkids, and my nieces and nephews have kids, so I guess them are great nieces and nephews. But
right.
we didn't
Hmm.
we didn't we didn't have we had those things when you got out of line, you had a bad attitude. Your parents straight set you straight, and I think that's the most important thing now. Parents aren't really putting their kids in check like they used to. I
Oh
saw a
no.
video. I saw a video, and I'm gonna share this with you. Which you tell me what you thought about it. So it was this lady. She was sitting there, and she was talking to her child, and she said, if I put my hands on you, I'm gonna have to go to jail for 24 hours, and they're gonna take you away and put you in child protective custody for 30 days. And then she looked around, and then she looked up in the air, and she told him, "Knuckle up, MF." So
Oh,
she wanted to whoop his butt. Yeah. So
yeah.
and the schools really, I mean, first of all, our producer's not here, our regular producer's not here. We got Mr. Vance Bradford, so I've been knowing Van since we was God, 11 years old, 12 years old, and
The Lord says, I think it's a relationship. It's healthy. Both people should be able to feel safe and comfortable with talking about all their feelings, good
yeah.
and bad.
Well,
Mm-hmm. I
that
agree.
is true. I agree with that. I agree with that because you have to get it like that.
And know they
But
won't be
Lord,
judged.
yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
Lord, let's go to children real quick, Lord. Give us your opinion on your children and your grandchildren. Do we think that by
Children are disrespectful these days.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
they don't care. They think the world owes them something. You know, they think everybody else should step back and just let the world owe them something.
yeah,
They disrespectful.
that's
But
very true. And I don't understand it because when you look at the bigger picture of everything, they're in your house, but they like they run in the house.
right,
And I don't get that. I never get that. That's because parents aren't they aren't parenting, and that is true. That
yeah,
is
that's
true.
true too.
I don't think that.
Yeah, the
I
parents want to
think
be more the friends than the parent.
I wish I could have been my mom and daddy's friend. it
Yep, yep,
it has saved me going out getting some of them switches. You should
yep,
say, yeah. And I agree with
yep.
Laura. When you sit there and think about your grandkids, I know you don't have, but you got like what grand nieces and nephews, right?
Uh huh. Yeah.
I they need to understand that we don't take that. We don't just because we got, I mean, like a gray beard or we a little older. That crap don't fly with us. I mean,
Mm-mm.
I don't
I don't
try
like
to
no
think.
disrespect.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
and I think that's the biggest thing that we get is disrespect. And the Lord says, "I'm not their friend. I ain't trying to be their friend." I think that's
That's
the
right.
problem. Denise said that
That's
earlier. Denise said that people are trying to be somebody's kid's friend. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm either your grandparent or your uncle or somebody, but I ain't got time for you to be talking that crap to me, talking about you don't know what you're talking about. They
they
think
not
because
in, like you said. They not in charge.
they think they are. They really do. They
Yeah,
think
they
they
ain't
are.
paying no bills up in here, nothing.
They think that
What you
they.
do? What you doing? You go to school, then you need to get on out and do yourself. Then, if you're gonna be disrespectful and all that.
I think the only thing they're really good at is fixing computers and stuff like
No,
that.
they know about the technical and music, and don't forget the music. They know about technical and music now.
Well, they do know about all that mess, but it ain't like they doing something special. It ain't like
Right.
they doing something special. So when I look at the major picture and everything, and Laura and Denise, y'all can help me out here. Do we need to go back to, you know, not sparing the rod, whooping that little butt every now and then? We're gonna talk about children here. We'll get back to spouses in a minute, but we're gonna stay on children for a minute. Do we think they should start getting some kind of discipline, whooping or anything like that? Laura says, uh, I think they get mad at you, then you're doing a good job. If they get mad at you, spank
Yeah,
them.
spank
That's what
them. That's right.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
what you should do. Because
Hmm.
that's the only way you're gonna get their attention. Now I'm not saying you beat them. I'm
No,
not going to beat your child. Your child's not doing any. And the same thing goes on the other side for parents. If you have a bad attitude, if your kids are doing what you ask them to do, then you should reward them, not telling them they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because
and the parents
parents,
shouldn't be taking parents
mm,
shouldn't be taking their bad attitude out on their kids either.
they do. They do that all the time. They'll sit there and
They
say,
do.
they'll
Hmm.
say, "Oh, you're the reason." Especially if they're a single parent, you're the reason that your father or your mother left or something up
Yeah.
there. That's
Hmm.
not true. That's not true. That's just being a bad parent and not understanding what your job is to get your kids on track so they can be something important. So that's how I would see that. But when you look at the parents, they're jacked up too. These parents today, they want to know what did they do wrong. Parents, what parents are doing wrong now? They're not being parents. Y'all said
The Lord
these.
said I always had my kids tell me why I had to spank them so they could learn and what they were doing wrong. What they did
Well,
wrong.
I think parenting is the biggest key that's going on now. I mean, you got these kids doing smashing and grabbing and stealing and stuff of that nature. Now we had kids back in the day that did stuff like that, but not all of them. Not all of them. Let me get a station break real quick. Advance ain't listening. Thanks for tuning in to TAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local field global reach. You're watching Out of Bounds on myself, T-Rex, and Denise. We're talking about basically just bad attitudes that people have, you know. And I'm gonna dive in deep, Denise. I'm gonna dive in deep. I'm gonna dive in real deep because I was watching this thing on Donald Trump, and they had some of his supporters in there, and they was talking about make America great and all that again. And so I asked a group of ladies, what does it mean to make America great? And they were different culture, different background culture. So, you know, one was Jewish, Filipino, and the other one was Caucasian. And I just asked them a simple question. Why does America have a bad attitude with all this new outwardly racism? And nobody really had an answer because, you know, out here in California, it's not that great. And so I think that's what's going on. Laura still got something coming up. Being intentional and being present. So if you're not basically there, that's why your kids are being bad parents. That's what Laura said. Good parenting and being present. Ignorance. That's what she's talking about now, ignorance. I think, you know what? I don't really think racism is ignorant. I think America feeds off of it. The media, everybody feeds off of it. When you look at the media, they always putting something negative out. They don't put anything positive. I know every time people of different backgrounds have a disagreement, it doesn't turn out violent. And if one has a better idea than the other, my whole thing on it is, and this is a little bit on Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Obama, that let all those jobs that was down south, those plant jobs that was down south in Alabama, Mississippi, go to China and all these places so they can get cheaper wages. The prices are higher, but they got cheaper wages. So now the profits are even more for the companies. And I look at, why don't you just basically, people just want to have a good living. So if they don't have a good living, they see somebody else of a different background. It doesn't have to be black versus white, or it could be anything. And when you look at it, when you really look at it, it's not really racism. It's discontent. If they had a job making good money, and they ain't worried about who else is doing something else. They too busy trying to make their money, make their family better, and live a life like that. So what do you think? Do you think if we got our jobs back from China and all those places that we outsource our jobs to and got them back here in America? I mean, like, I know you remember when, because Smyrna still got Nissan factories. And they have factories like that in Alabama, down in Huntsville and all that. Those people, I'm not saying there wasn't quarrels, but what I'm saying is there wasn't this outright, neo-Nazi this, and all that's crazy, man. It wasn't out there because people was too busy trying to make their own money and live a life. So what do you think that we can do to help America fix that bad attitude? Do you think jobs or what?
Probably bring the jobs back would be one plus. That may help, the economy is, everything's so high right now, and people, have bad attitudes because the prices of things and are going up, and it keeps going up,
Oh, girl. I went to Costco yesterday and I got some gas, and I was happy. It was under $5, and that's ridiculous.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
Gas.
Yes.
And then they say go electric. And from my information, I get buying an electric car is great, but in 10 years, when your battery runs out, a new battery costs more than the car.
Yeah. Well, my nephew and his wife had an electric car, They had
Mhm.
bought an electric car, and they returned it back. They didn't like it.
What was wrong with it? Did you
I mean,
know?
it's just the I guess just the things about it, the things that they just didn't like it. They didn't like it,
I don't know.
so they returned it back.
I think people just get it. We all look at something new and get excited about it. I'm all for solar power. I'm also for saving the grid, making all these things easier for the environment. But when you start looking at, I guess, electric using gasoline, uh, whatever happened to that? You remember when we was young, Denise, when they had the grain, not grain alcohol, but what was the alcohol made out of corn? Ethanol? Was it ethanol? That,
Ethanol.
yeah. Whatever happened? Why they don't make that no more?
Don't they still make it?
I haven't seen it. Now out here, I haven't seen it. Laura, is ethanol in Missouri? Can you get ethanol in Missouri? Maybe she'll come up and answer that one in a minute. I don't know. I don't know.
I thought
I
I
just
saw something about that. I thought I saw it, but maybe it was something else.
I mean, that was when we were worrying about our own gas. I mean, because we got to find a new way to keep these people employed and to keep the earth safe without having all these damn bad attitudes. Because bad attitudes are just murder. They just murder.
Yeah. When you go out to eat, people have bad attitudes at
Yeah.
restaurants.
Now,
They act
now,
like they don't want to act like they don't want to serve you. They don't want to be there.
oh yeah,
Whatever. If you don't want to be there, go home. Don't take it out on somebody else. If you don't want to do your job and you got to work with people, don't do that.
they
Don't.
be and you 200% correct. Laura said that she's not sure, but she thinks they still have ethanol.
I do
I
too. Yeah.
yeah, and
But
I think
yeah.
that when you start talking about attitudes of people, now when you go out to eat, the tips already added on there. They give you options, and I'm thinking, well, whatever happened to service? There you go. Because people are self and centered. Yeah, people are self centered and selfish. I agree with you, Laura. They are, but that's why I don't understand why we can't understand when we go out. I always tell them, if my drinks are good, you get a good tip. That means you got to earn a tip. Now I know there's people out there that don't tip, and I got a friend in Vegas, and she used to always say you need to tip, because they make a minimum wage. Well, I don't know if they still make a minimum wage in Vegas, but I know these people out here in California, they get the same raise that the people at fast food get. So I think everybody's making a little $20 an hour. What happens to this to respectful and kind? I don't know, Laura. Maybe Denise can help. What happened to it, girl? I don't know.
Mm. People just don't care, Laura. They just don't care no more. They don't. They don't. If you don't have respect for yourself, you're not gonna have respect for nobody else. So
I agree.
a lot of people don't have respect for themselves, and as a lot of these little young kids are just get the job just to have a check. They don't care if how your food is. They don't care if they smile at you. They don't care if they greet you or anything. Uh, they just there to get the little check so they can have to run around with or whatever. But, you
I don't
know,
understand it. I really don't understand it. But I think you hit that on the head. I think and then it doesn't help now. I don't know if y'all have that. Laura, you can chime in and help. If I don't know if you Denise still have that back where you guys at. Now we got where you pull up to the to like In and Out or someplace. I'm just picking. I'm not sure In and Out has it now, but I forgot the name of the burger place I was at the other day. And the computer came on, asked me for what I wanted to get, told me how much it cost. I stuck my card in, it gave my card back, and I got to the window, and the guy just handed it to me. So
yeah, there's some
where's
places like that.
yeah,
Hmm.
where's the where's the people to people communication? And Laura said,
Yeah, it shows in how young people dress. They look sloppy. You're right.
oh,
They look so sloppy.
they look
Yeah,
pitiful.
they go to interviews looking like that. They go to interviews looking that way. Job interviews looking like that. They
Yeah,
don't dress no kind of way to go to job interviews.
and I think most of them. think you two correct me if I'm wrong, but I think yeah, it is awful. I think most of the young people today expect to get a job, expect to make $100,000 right out of high school, and
Yeah.
they expect
Hmm.
all these things, and then you got the young people that think they're going to be entrepreneurs and go out there and start a new business. And the best one is any one of them that want to just jump into the music business. I tell them that is the
Oh
hardest thing
yeah.
ever, the music business or some of that nature. But they just think, hell, it's easy. I can do it. If you can do it, I can do it, which is true. But you gotta get your education to learn that
Yes.
craft. And
Yes.
nobody
It's
they
steps.
not learning
It's a
crafts.
process. It's a process, just like everything else. You just take step. That's the process you have to go through to get to where you want to be. The steps you got to go through.
Okay, let's switch this up here. Let's switch this up here. Let's leave them alone. So last week we didn't talk about it, but we're gonna talk about it now since just me and you and Laura. Donald Trump got convicted. Now everybody told me, and I think I read it somewhere that a convicted felon now can vote after a certain amount of time. They can hold public office, but I'm still old school. No, hold on, Laura.
That's
So
right, Laura. They don't put their phones down for nothing. They
they
ain't
don't.
trying to put no telephones down.
They put
Mm-mm.
you. That's how you punish a kid nowadays. Is take stuff from. I learned that on 2.5 Men. When Charlie bought his nephew all these toys and stuff, and then when he started back, took them away. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, Laura. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. But my question is, now that Donald Trump's a convicted felon, why should the rules be changed for him at the highest office in America to be able to be a felon and hold that position? I don't understand that. Can you guys
I don't
help me?
know. Don't ask me that because I have no answer. Because I've been
Well,
trying to figure that out myself. If he's a felon, how could he be president? And he has
I,
a felon charge. And felons can't vote. So I don't know how that goes.
I don't know. And they shouldn't be. There you go. Laura agree with us. And I don't get it. I agree with you, Laura, on that one too. I think the biggest problem is that you know both candidates aren't the best candidates in the world. Let's just call it what it is. Everybody talking about Joe too old, and we know Donald's a crook. He probably need to be hanging out. He probably, if he was still back in private business, probably in some P Diddy parties or some of them other parties. We got Anthony on. What's up, Anthony? Man, how you doing? A convicted felon becomes president of America, but can't vote. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's the weirdest thing that at my 60, almost my 66 years on this planet.
I ain't never
That
heard nothing like that. I ain't never heard nothing like that.
yeah, it's crazy. And my whole thing is, how can he be trusted as a felon? Which we already know he probably we don't 100. They haven't got. They keep holding the trials back, so we don't know if he gave secrets away or not. And
Yeah.
so I don't know, man. I wonder if that convicted felon stuff goes for everyone. Now they was talking about it during the case in New York that after 3 years felons can revote. So that was something I heard new, but I
I
always
haven't
thought
heard that.
that was just for the state of New York. But I was always under the impression, or Anthony said something else. I'm making it up. Just prepared. Just he said, just prepared to run for office.
I know. Mm.
Only thing I can say is shit. I can't say that word, but I just say shit anyway. But I just think you gotta. America's just messed up. Hold on, Denise. Thanks for tuning in, TAN TV, African American Network. We have the local feel with a global reach. Listen out of bounds with myself, Denise, and Laura, and right now we got Anthony on there. But my biggest question is this. My biggest question is this. Why are we in a political state today where we at right now. Where we got the Democrats and the Republicans not working for the people that voted them in. They're working for their party.
Yeah.
And, I think they all should be fired. I think, including the damn uh, what's the highest court? The Supreme Court. They should all be fired too, because they're not serving the people. They're serving themselves and their friends, and not the people. And that's the biggest thing. We might as well be in China or North Korea somewhere, Russia, because that's who they serving. They serving their friends and the higher ups, not the people who put them in power. And it shouldn't be that way.
Laura said we have no good choice. What she say? I lost it.
Yeah,
We have no
you
good choice. I'm gonna nominate and write in Frank Reagan, aka Tom Selleck.
Y'all can write me in. I'll be president. Now they'll arrest my butt the next
Anthony
day.
said all should be fired. That's
Yeah,
correct.
they should
And,
be fired.
and then Laura said we need to do do-overs.
We do. I mean, we need people that works for the people. And I don't care what color you are, what sex you are, as long as you're doing your job for me,
Right.
the taxpayer. Because hell, when you look at a dollar, for every dollar you make, you only get 32 cents out that dollar. Everything else go to some type of tax. You get taxed for from your job by the government, by the state, and then you get taxed if you buy something by the state. Every time you turn around, there's a tax on something. Anything you buy, you can't even buy your pair of new underwear without getting a tax on it. So why are we still being taxed so heavy? But then again, we're not getting our representation up there in any of the levels. I don't know. I can't say state because the state's not jumping out there. But okay, Laura said this. That not who most politicians are. I hope that's not. But the ones they put on TV and the ones who's running their party, some of them, that's who they people are. What's that green? I forgot. I don't know her name. The green lady. Her last name is Green. And then Anthony said we should select our own leaders based on their record of service to the community. I agree, and they should be able to be fired. I think we should be able to fire them. I don't care if they got a term of 4 years, 5 years, whatever. We should be able to fire them, because if that was us on our job, we've been fired already. They were
Oh
fired
yeah.
without even a doubt. Without even a doubt. So I don't know why hell, you can't even get a federal job anywhere in America with a felon on your record.
Right. Right.
That's the kicker. We talk about government jobs, but the highest dude in the office could possibly be a felon. But the guy down there that needs the job, that ain't trying to support his family, can't even get a job because he's got a record. So,
Maybe he's gonna get in there. If he gets in there, he'll drop all the felony charges for everybody, since he's a felon himself.
well, the bad thing about that is, from my understanding, that felony that he got in New York, only the Supreme Court of New York can drop that. And I feel pretty bad for Donald Trump, because I think all those ladies they got 8 ladies on that circuit, and they all don't look like Donald Trump.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be crying trying to get, and it don't go to the Supreme Court. It goes to them. It doesn't go.
yeah.
It doesn't go out there. So he's wasting his money. He's gonna be a felon. And
Laura said most don't work for the people. They just say all the right things to get elected, and then once in, promises aren't kept, and that's true.
that is the biggest thing about politics that I really don't understand. I think we should be able to fire him. I really do.
And all politicians don't get caught. You're
That,
exactly right.
that is true too. That is the biggest one, because I understand if we don't know what they're doing. I would say this about Donald Trump: if he'd never became president, he'd probably never been in trouble, because nobody had their eye on him trying to find something wrong with him. But all publicity is not good publicity. So he probably needed to just kept his butt where he was at and keep making his money. and these people be giving him millions of dollars. This cat raised like $12 million, supposedly. We ain't seen the cash, but supposedly, what the news media is saying.
Mm.
My whole thing is, no disrespect to Donald Trump's followers, but most of them ain't got jobs. Most of them ain't got jobs. Most of them, I'm talking about the ordinary people. They ain't got enough money to give unless there's a zillion of them giving him 45 cents. I don't know where he's coming with 12 million here, 25 million there. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Mm.
You know, I don't know about y'all, but I get email at least twice a day from Biden's campaign, and I probably will vote for Biden because like I tell everybody else, he's the worst. He's the best of two worst. He's the best of the worst. How's that? He's the best of the worst situation. I don't think he's the answer either, but I know Trump's not the answer. Trump's
Mm-mm.
talking, and all his rhetoric talking about what did he say? I'm going to punish everybody who don't like me. I'm going to fire all the government jobs. And, then they just, I don't get people. I don't get people who, matter of fact, I was outside the other day, and they had the American flag up, then they had a Trump flag up under it. And I'm like,
Oh,
how can you be an American when the guy's talking about robbing your money and you vote for him? And I just don't get it. And I really don't get these people that you can help me out with this, Denise. I'm gonna have to say the word ninja, but you know what I'm saying. I just want you to understand when I say the word
yeah.
ninja. These fools on TV with a white T-shirt
Uh,
with ninja for Trump.
that's
Anthony, tell
crazy.
me about that. What do you think
They
about
look they look plumb stupid.
that? Why would
I
you
just
put? You can at least put black people for Trump. No, they had ninja, and I was like,
yeah.
and then again,
That's crazy.
I would say, and God forgive me, but I would say he didn't look like he was employed, and he didn't look like he was too intelligent. So I'm sure
They probably
somebody
what?
and told me and
That's
paid him a little bit.
okay. That says it right there.
So I know. I mean, everybody has a price. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my price is a little higher than his. But if they met my price, I might have wore that shirt. But then I'd have got on TV after that and said no. But this cat was
Mm.
like, shit. He had that shirt on like he was proud. He go to jail, I go to jail. I'm like, when did Donald Trump go to jail? He went in and got his picture taken, his fingerprints taken. He went home. When your butt go in there, you stay. When I got caught at Austin P, I stayed in jail. They had to
No,
come get me
Lord.
out of jail. They had to come get me out of jail. And that's a whole different story. The judge was like, hey, I'm going to give you time. And district attorney had made a deal with me, join the service, and it be dropped. But the lady judge, I don't know if you remember Catalina, that was her name, Catalina. She
Yeah.
was, woo, I never got
She
in
didn't
trouble.
play.
I never got in trouble.
She be turning butts up. She didn't play.
I tell you one thing she did for me. She put me on the straight and narrow. After that, all I got was tickets. Nothing else. Nothing crazy. Nothing, And that fixed my bad attitude. I'm gonna tell you that fixed my bad attitude right away. But I want America to know that's listening. Lord said neither one. That is true. Neither one of them ain't that great. But we gotta pick one, because if you vote for Tom Selleck and somebody vote for Donald Trump, then we gonna be in trouble, because Tom Selleck might get more votes than Joe Biden, and now we got Trump. So I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just saying I'm voting for the best of the worst. That's all I can say. The best of the worst. That might be an oxymoron, but exactly what it is, the best of the worst. Because when you look at those two, and I'm a straight shooter. I know the one reason why they don't want Biden to win because he's old, and if something happened to me, it's happened to him. Now they got to deal with the first black female president, and America ain't ready for that. Women might be ready for it, but white men, oh shit, not just white men, all men probably ain't worried about that. You know. Oh, here we go. Somebody came on. Can you read that one? Can you see it, Denise?
Yeah, Kennedy. She says, she says, I get what you're saying. You're voting for the lesser of the two evils.
That's correct. That's correct. That's what I'm talking about. Because you got, I mean, if Trump wins, we don't know what he's going to give away. You know, we don't even know with all the stuff. I mean, top secret stuff and sensitive stuff sitting in the toilet. That's crazy. Anthony said, "What are the top 3 qualities y'all looking for in a candidate when you voting for somebody that when you're voting for the president or elected official? Somebody who has a track record of doing something correct. If they're new, they
They're
still
telling
have to
the
have a
truth.
track. Yeah,
They're telling
yeah.
the truth.
You know,
Hmm.
just whatever happened to
Honesty,
people.
honesty.
Honesty. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Honesty, commitment
Yeah,
to what they're supposed to do. You know, so Anthony, that was a great question. And
yeah.
was it Kenya? That was a great comment of saying yes. So both evils, and I just think people need to just get out and vote. I don't care if you vote for Trump. I really don't. That's your business.
Renee
Yes.
said yes. Some, what she said, yes, yes,
Mhm.
some semblance of integrity.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have integrity. I mean, integrity just goes along with everything else. You got to have integrity to be like the governor of Pennsylvania. He was a lieutenant governor, big dude, the big muscular dude, bald head. And I saw him on CNN the other day, and he was talking about, we need to make sure that people vote and vote for the right candidate. You know, and I don't. I really think they should get rid of the party line, because when you get into your position in Congress or the presidency, it's not about who got you there. It's about the American people who want you there. And it's not, and it's not supposed to be just for one group. You know, I don't care if it's the rich or the poor, black, white, green, purple. I don't care. It's for everybody. And if you treat everybody the same, then we'll all, no matter if we like it or not, we can't be mad at each other. We can only be mad at you. So when
Yeah.
these guys sit up there, okay, read that one. She said something else to Denise.
Renee said, don't you really believe Biden has the best interest of the country in mind, given his overseas spending? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do. I think my whole thing, only thing I say about Biden is his age. And I'm not saying that because he's older. I just say it's his age. Okay, here was what can you say?
She said it baffles me because Biden has been asleep on the wheel during his term, but towards the end he's trying to do just enough to make us believe he'll do right if we re-elected. They think we're dumb.
Well, and I agree with that one too. I agree with that one too. I don't think he didn't do anything to make himself stand out, but he didn't do anything to make himself look stupid. So, but like I said before, and I think Renee said it the best way, the lesser of two evils. So can you ask, all I can say is he's the lesser of two evils. If we had a better, Laura agrees, if we had a better candidate, I mean, I think if that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. would have been a solid contender and ran like his uncles and his daddy did, I think he'd have been a good candidate to vote for. But he's a little bit out there, and when your family don't give you endorsement, shit, what else we supposed to say? We ain't supposed to say nothing. So I don't know. I don't know, America. I don't know, but these next couple of months gonna determine how we survive the next 4 years. Because whoever wins only can be in there for 4 more years, unless one of them becomes a tyrant and tries to change it where he can be like his friends Putin and all them. Like I said before, we just need to figure it out. And I understand. I understand men. I mean, but I've been saying it for years. Read this one first. What Laura said.
Laura
I
said, I
think,
think Biden has his own secrets and should spend lots of money.
yeah. Well,
And sure spends lots of money.
I'm, I'm, I'm sure he's been. I'm sure he do. I'm sure he do. But when I look at a president, I want somebody who's working for the people, not one particular section, but all the people. And you can do that. You can do that. But we need to be able to fire him. I agree with that 100%. And I also believe that, except for this election, after this election, I would recommend to the people who empowers people is that the two people running for president, just for sake of conversation, Biden and Trump, the winner's the president, the loser's the vice president. So that way we got a Republican and Democrat together trying to solve the problems of America, because that's where it's all about, solving the problems of America. Biden, we got all these, a lot of people talk about Biden letting these uh, Ukraine refugees come over here. And from my understanding, somebody tells me if I'm wrong or not, but I think that when the refugees come from Europe or that area like that, they get set up in a real nice house in a nice neighborhood, and they get Social Security, which they never paid into. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all, because we got poor people here in America that's out there starving. We should take care of home first. That's why when Hillary ran against Trump the first time, that's why I voted for Hillary. I'm not ashamed or afraid to say that I voted for a woman to be president, because I look back at my mama. My mama ran the house. She paid the bills. She made sure everybody was doing everything she had to do, they had to do, and then she went to work and did what she had to do at work. So if my mama can do that at a level, and Hillary was, to me, is a boss lady, why we can't have a lady in charge? That's what I want to know. Laura said something, Denise, then I want you to answer that one. She said, I don't think he is. You can't kick our homeless veterans out. Hold on a second. Of their homes illegally, and then place, yeah, and it's disgusting. It is disgusting. And then, oh God, y'all are homeless, and the veterans have no, not even existed. That is true. Renee said, you can read Renee, Denise. We'll get to that one next.
Keep in mind, Biden was a racist when he ran for president before. He was a, wait a minute, he was a what? He was a brother initially. He
Mhm.
jumped on the Obama bandwagon to get in the White House through the back door. At least with Trump, he is transparent about his bigotry, his bigotry. I can't read it. I don't have my
Now that's
contacts in. I'm sorry.
that's okay. Now that's the first time, Renee, I heard about that one. That's a good one. I knew
Yeah, I
that.
hadn't heard.
I didn't know Joe was a racist and all that. Uh, I guess I have to, the next show I'll read that and kind of figure and find out what I can see on the dark web about Joe and see what it says. I didn't know that. I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that.
And I'm not
I
saying,
hadn't heard that anyway.
I'm not saying that it's not true. I just said I haven't heard it, so I'm not going to do it no more.
Homeless and veterans should not even exist.
That is true. That is true. But see, when I was talking about when they send the people from Europe over there. Hold on, she said something else. He ran twice
He,
before Obama's ticket. He did?
he did.
Wow. I see. We're not gonna say that you telling a fib. We're just gonna take you on face credit. I believe you, and that's a good one. That's a real good. We're gonna solidify it and find out, and make sure that we can on the next show, if we remember, we'll answer that. But that's something that we all should do. I know Donald was part of the Ku Klux Klan. He has pictures of his family
Yes, yes,
that has
yes.
surfaced. That has surfaced. So I'm pretty sure if Biden had it and it's true, they'll be over there. And Laura, you're 100% right. Anybody served this country should not be overlooked. Period. Period. What I was saying earlier before the comments came in is that we have people coming across the border from the South, and they're pitching these people as Mexican people, and they're not all Mexicans. They're not all Mexicans. There are Chinese people in there. There's everybody in there that's trying to escape and get a better life. Now, I'm not saying we should let them all in. It should be some way we can vet them, but I don't believe in sending them to Texas. Then Texas, send them to New York. If you're going to put them on a bus or a plane, send them back to where they came from. You know, because it costs them money to get through that trail to get here. Send them back home, see if they can make more money to do it all over again. That's what I say. But I don't agree.
It's out of hand.
Yeah, it is out of hand. And it's our tax dollars. Why are people getting Social Security? And they keep saying Social Security's run out of money. And my whole thing on Social Security is if I was told by Phil on my last show that I was on TAN TV, Sports Talk, Phil said that they invest that money from Social Security into investments. So if we have somebody investing that money, they should at least at the bare minimum, if they put in a savings account at some bank, getting 6%. So if they invest in it, why is it not? Don't tell me it's more people living longer because there's more people working. There's more people working. So don't tell me I'm going to tell you where that money goes to. Somebody sending that money to them other countries. That's that Social Security money because they get an IOU and don't pay it back. That person should be held accountable for it. Ask Biden where the money went. Biden ain't going to tell us ain't no president except for Tricky Dick. And I was too young to vote for Tricky Dick, but I'd have voted for Tricky Dick. He was a crook. I know you said Biden, Laura. I know. Ask Biden where that money is. That problem, I can't even blame that problem on Trump. So that's one problem Trump didn't do. So that's how it is. 3 minutes until the hour. Okay. So with that being said, I'm sorry that the other two didn't show up today. Henry again had a death in the family. We understand him. And Vonda has the bid of meat for her job, which we also understand because, you know, got to make that money. But I'm thankful that Denise showed up and helped me out. And I'm thankful that Renee showed up and said we need to we'll be talking more about it. I'm gonna look that up about Biden. And so next time we'll start talking more about it. And then thank Laura, Renee. We got some other lady that was on there. Anthony and another lady that was on there. I can't see her name now.
Kendall?
Yeah, Kendall. Want to thank you guys for coming in, saying hello, and thank you. Please stay tuned and follow us on here again. Next week, we should have everybody back. We'll talk about politics. So we're going to play a little Jay Lamont right now. He can sing a little bit. He's going to take us away.
Thank you.
Here you go. Take us away there, producers. Turn it on.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a blessed week.
Tell me what's the vibe.
I can tell your love is so unreal to me. When I look into your eyes and see, the realization that you're down with me. From one to one, it's you and me, yeah. Baby girl, you got it. Show all about it. So won't you come and be with me, yeah. Just can't deny it. Ain't mad about it. Ooh, girl, you set me free. Love. can say I got ya. I know you feel the same way too. Certified is just the way it is. From one to one, this love's so true. Yeah, baby girl, you got it. Show all about it. So won't you come and be with me? Yeah, just can't deny it. Ain't mad about it. Ooh, girl, you set me free. One chance, love, talking real love. One chance, love for me. One chance, love. Certified love, confirmed from above. Confirmed from above. Anyone can plain to see. You are my true love. Yes, you are. Certified love. The only one from up above. Yeah. Chance love. Talking real. Talking real. One chance love for me. One chance love for me. Certified love. Confirmed from above. Anyone can plainly see. Anyone can plainly see. Yeah. One chance love. One chance love. Talking real. Talking real. One chance love for me. This is one certified love. Oh, confirmed from above. Anyone can plainly see. Anyone can plainly see. Oh, love, one chance love. Oh, certified love. Oh, certified love. Yeah, yeah. Certified love. Da, 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 ba, da, ba, dum, bum. Certified love.
Well, we are back to say goodbye. All right, producer, take us away again. Go ahead and play our commercial. Get us on our way. We don't have our regular producer. Vance is doing the best he can. I love you, Vance. Oh, but we are still live. So that Jada Mike and Jam though.
Yeah, I
He
like
can,
that song.
he
I
can
like
sing.
that.
He's a real
That
good
was
singer.
nice. I
He's
like
a
that
real,
song.
real great singer. But Vance, really, you can kill the show, man.
Bye, Vance.
Bye, Vance. Where you at? Let me call him.
Vance said he got one more minute.
Yeah, one more minute, huh?
Uh-huh. Vance said he got one more minute to do what he need to do. But yeah,
You can kill
it's
it, man.
something.
Yeah, it's still on. It's still on, man. It's still on. Lord said, just keep on talking. That's what Lord just said. Let's keep talking.
Lord said, let's keep talking.
Let's keep talking. So you can kill it when you're ready, man.
I told you, Vance said he got
You got to kill it.
59:44 left.
I'm watching it right now on Facebook while I'm talking to you on the phone. The producer normally takes us off the thingamajig. We can still see each other, but we can't see us on TV.
Yeah, it's still on live.
You're on Facebook right now. Yeah, that's what Lord just said. Keep talking.
Yeah, it's still on live. I see the
You know
live.
Vance from high school, Lord. You know Vance from high school. All right, Vance. Do what you can. We'll keep talking till you cut us loose. Or do you want just to sign off? Will that do it? Okay, go ahead and sign off, Denise. See if that'll do it. All right, talk to you
All
later.
right, bye.
All right, bye. Bye, everybody. Let's see if that does it, Denise.